What have you learned about life? What have you realized about life that feels like the mind has been opened to see another world? I want us to talk about that today. Things that somehow I have now come to understand and I have come into terms with. Of course, in the last about 3 years, graduating from university, finding out that things I thought I knew or I thought I would do when I was in campus is totally different from what is outside here. Working in employment for 2 years, quitting, starting a business, trying to build a company, things that I think I have learned generally about life. They are very few, you'll be surprised, but they are very, very eye-opening, or they are very real. It's okay not to be okay. I mean, it is sounds simple, but you don't know how important it is and how comfortable it is to accept that it is okay not to be okay. It's okay. It's okay. What happens in life, it is okay. Sometimes we fail, sometimes we succeed. It is okay. Like learning that this is part of life and these things happen every other day. Sometimes you got cash, the other time you're broke. Sometimes you have a budget and you stick to it. Sometimes you have a budget, you don't stick to it. Sometimes you have a deal and you make it and you hit at it. Sometimes you have a perfect deal, you don't get it. Like, it is okay, to be not okay. It's part of life. Like, that is what life is. And then I've realized that that is what makes life interesting. That is what makes life worth living. So these I have learned from my own experiences and from listening to other people, reading books about people who have already made it in life, people who are giving out their life story or how they have made it or how far they have come. You realize, like they say, life is a matter of hills and valleys. Like, and it is normal, it is okay. So this one, what I like about this one is that when I'm inside the valley, I know it is okay and it is a matter of time, and then I'm going to go up. Like, that acceptance is so helpful. It really it isn't the burden that you have in your head, in your heart, in your emotions, your feelings, in your energies. Like, if you accept that is part of life, then it becomes easy. So when you're in the valley, you know it's a matter of time, you're going to get out. Like, it is self-encouraging, self-motivating, self-soothing to understand that's okay. The good thing about me, I'm not going to tell you, oh, it's going to be easy, God is on your side. It's not easy. It's not easy. Itabidi umejituma. You have to send to get up and move and look and find. Apparently, even the Bible says you have to knock so that utafunguliwa, lazima utafute ndio upate. So it's not easy. You're going to get some good bosses, some bad bosses. You're going to get some good colleagues, some bad colleagues. You're going to get pathetic businesses. You're going to get awesome businesses. It is okay. It has helped me feel confident in whatever I do. So whatever you have a deal or whatever you have a client, you know this client can turn out to be good, can turn out to be bad. So the mind is comfortable and is ready to accept whatever outcome comes, because these are things we are not taught in school. Then you realize it is okay. It is part of the process. That is what I mean. It is just part of the process, so it is okay. It's okay to not be okay. It is okay to be inside the valley. It's okay when it is time to go up the hill. And when we are on top, it's okay. When we are at the bottom, it's okay. It is part of life. Very important. The other thing that I've learned in this adulting life is, if you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. Like just the quote says. I don't know who came up with the quote or where it started, but it is true. Damn, this thing is real. If you do not have a plan, you're going to fail. I'm not talking about the big plans we have about life, like we want to build whatever we want to build, we want to drive this car, we want to. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about small things, like in your day, today life. Like, say, your day, what do you do in a day? What time do you wake up? Or you just wake up when it is time to wake up? Like, do you have a plan of your day? You have goals that maybe you want to achieve. Do you have a plan towards them? Like, if you have a plan, it is enough, or it is going to make you accountable. You're going to be accounting to your goal. You have a point of comparison. What you did today and what you want to achieve, are they in line? If you continue with your day, like, what do you do in a day? If you continue in that way, where will you be in the next 10 years? Like, if you do not have a plan for whatever reason, whatever, this applies in the whole of your life. You want to lose weight, do you have a plan? You want to be a public speaker, do you have a plan? You want to start reading, do you have a plan? You want to get a job, do you have a plan? Like, life is about planning. And how do you plan? Planning is, of course, getting to know what you want in life. After you have gotten that thing, like, you know, this is where I want to be in December, this is how much weight I want to have lost, then what are you going to do to achieve that? If you're able now to get, like, starting from the goal, come down, what do you want to do? So every day have a plan. In everything that you want to do, you must have a plan. You're trying to start a business. Do you have a plan of how you're going to tackle all these things that are required when you're starting a business? For example, you want to do what? Now, what do you want to do? You want to farm. Maybe you want to start agro business. You want to do cabbage. Do you know when it is time to plant? Okay, you have money to buy seedlings, you have money for watering, for medicine, for herbicides, or whatever place you need to spray the insecticides, or do you have money for that? If you don't have it in cash, do you know where you can get it? Do you know where to sell your produce at the end of it all? So let me tell you guys, you need to have a plan for everything. It's just like cooking. Are you going to achieve making pilau if you do not know how to make pilau? You don't know what you need, and you don't even have a plan of where you're going to get these things. Are you going to achieve? So in everything you do in life, including your day, plan it out. It might not get into plan, like everything in the plan may not work out, but at least you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you have failed already. You're failing already. You need to start planning out. Like, take account of your time, take account of your day, take account of your activities. Like, because it's time to search yourself. Do you want to be employed, or do you want to get a business? Do you really want to follow the course you did in campus, or you want to shift to other things? This is time to take account. What are you watching on Facebook? What are you watching on Twitter? What are you posting? Plan, my fellow young people, plan. And the thing that I've learned is that it's all in the mind. Everything that we ever thought, everything that you want to achieve, any amount of money you want to get is in the mind. It's up here. It's here. I'm not saying it's here so that we have. I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm not trying to make it look like we are not doing enough, or the hustle is hard, and I know because I'm still there, so I know. What I'm saying is the attitude that we move along with, the attitude that you carry when you're going out, the attitude that you have, whatever if you're doing an application letter, what attitude is hanging around you when you do that? When you're moving into an interview, what attitude do you have with you? Are you positive or are you negative? How do you see life? Do you see life like it's full of misfortunes? Life is unenjoyable? Life is full of hassle? Life is full of brokenness? Is that what you see life for? Or do you see life as an opportunity, like this gap? Is it an opportunity to learn? Is it an opportunity to experience? An opportunity to get skills? An opportunity to know how to do these things? Like, for example, if you want to get into the business. Business is just waking up and selling. There are skills that needs to be learned when we are getting into the business. So how are you using this time to learn these skills? Are you using this time to observe how people are doing things outside here? Are you using this time to read books? Are you using this time to search yourself, like inside? What are your strengths and weaknesses and all these things? Like, what is your mind telling you? Are you building your mind? Are you making your mind more positive, more flexible? What are you doing with your mind? Or are you listening to your mind and making it weak and making it like, what are you doing? Like, it's all in the mind. It's either you are positive or you're negative. It's either you see the world as a good place to be in at this time, or you see the world as the worst place to be in. Unfortunately, we only have Earth. So I think the mind is very strong. When I say the mind, I mean the attitude and the way you look into this world. Like, how do you see life? Yes, we are transitioning between school and full adulting or full life business people. Or so how are you taking that time? Take that time to learn. Be positive. Be positive. Take that time to learn. Take time to read. Listen to people who have made it in our country, out of our country. Learn new skills. Do social media marketing. Learn how to speak. Learn how to negotiate. Learn how to sell. Learn these small skills that we need to be learning that will be useful when we get to the other side of the river. So we are still on the bridge. We are from school, we are getting into jobs or employment. That bridge, let's be positive. Take care of your mind. Really take care of your mind, what people are telling you, what you're feeding your mind, because it's very useful. And finally, life is short and we need to have fun. Like, have fun. Have fun. Like, we are still young and we shall never be young again. So let's have fun. This is our time. We are young and we have time. Like, we have time in our hands. You get what I'm saying? Like, we can afford to do those things. It will get to a place where we can. So have fun. Have enough fun. Subscribe to my channel. Hit on the subscription button. Hit on the notification bell. That bell there. So that anytime I post a video, you're notified. And of course, I love you.